What is up? It's frickin' Wednesday. So we got some Phoenix Wright, but not before Game Duel. How you doing, Viola Bolster? Holding my cousin's clone. She's super chunky baby. Wait, how can you tell that they're a clone of your cousin if they're a baby? I'm assuming your cousin is... Never mind. I'm assuming your cousin is not a baby. What makes the one you're holding a clone? This Spelunky? Spelunky 2. I kind of surprised I got that one because the torch I feel was not that much to go on. I don't know what this is. It's a Darksiders game? No. This isn't League of Legends, right? It's a strategy game. I don't know what you are. This Baldur's Gate? No, because it's a... Well, wait, no. Baldur's Gate is a strategy game, right? Turn-based strategy. Okay, maybe it's Divinity? Alright. Hmm. This blue light was throwing me off. Keywords. Minions poisoning spaceship. Poisoning? Poisoning. It's probably not FTO. Micromanagement, action adventure, boss fight. A spaceship game. It's not Kerbal Space Program, right? No, because there's no boss fights in that game. Hmm. If you're not FTL, then what are you? There's actually nothing matching FTL at all. Into the Breach? Nope. SS Dolphin, Giant Insects, Greatest Hits. Earth Defense Force? Earth Defense Force isn't even in here. I doubt it's called EDF. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Giant Insects. Micromanagement, action adventure, spaceship poisoning. Raised hits on what console? I assume PlayStation 3? This Ratchet and Clank? I guess that's not in here. I feel like this would be a dead giveaway, but unfortunately, whatever game it is, I haven't played it, so... What am I gonna do? This one's for data. Adventure game. Escort mission, loot gathering, countdown timer. Oh my god, what game is this? Day-night cycle, multiple endings, male protagonist. Dude! Pikmin. It's Pikmin. I don't know which Pikmin. It looks like Pikmin 1. I'm hoping it's Pikmin 1. Please, for the love of God, let it be Pikmin 1. Please let it be Pikmin 1. Okay, it's Pikmin 1. We're good. We're good. What the hell? I've never played Pikmin. If I had, then I would have gotten it the second this came up. For sure. 100%. I didn't know there were multiple endings to Pikmin. Oh. Anyway, that's that. That is that. Now we got some Phoenix Wright. Woo. I didn't set the camera to the right height. Uh-oh. Oops. Oh no. I also didn't set the game capture because... You know, why would I? This folder... And then... It's the wrong thing. You. Alright. Let's continue. This is probably the final segment of the final trial, and I don't know how long it's gonna last. I hope I remember most of the things that were happening before. Probably don't, but we'll see if I do. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this if this doesn't take that long. I might just play some more Mega Strikers. Let's go. March 23rd, 2:35 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, Why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? It's nothing, Your Honor. Oh, right, I remember. What's his name? Frickin' Gumshoe got into a car crash. What's wrong with Edgeworth? Looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impax's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake. Okay. Order. 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 Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida? Oh well. Looks like Miss Impax never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so that facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. It does sound very plausible. This theory that On Guard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. I guess I'm supposed to present evidence about this. Wait, no, if he was surveilling at all times, shouldn't he know? The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. Everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, and it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was a fake. Because of the cameras, right? Right? What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. A very small one. But... oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the victim had forged the note. So then, the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On Guard mentioned Mr. Corrida monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Order. 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 Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like this time, it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured. Came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you were not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. On Guard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution, would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of, who was it that hired Shelley the Killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists. Who can answer that question with such certainty? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? It's... Yes, go on. Who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait, Shelley the Killer? You mean the killer? I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here? To the witness stand? Well, yes, in a matter of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? Can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. Wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well, then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth. Is there no other way left to us? How are you... Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please. What the heck? So we just take the... Alright, I guess that's something. Okay, Phoenix Wright. I thought we were gonna have the guy here. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say, what is going on here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm? And what is the matter of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure that this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya! Maya. A voice. Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. Looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. So, well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corona. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corona. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream. Shelley the Killer. What is he going to say? Witness testimony about my client. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his client and himself thing? Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Cross-examination. I feel like we got nothing from this. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Go on. Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. It's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. Why haven't we told the judge? To an assassin, nothing's more important than the trust between the client and himself. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner? This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did... yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough. Please, no more. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. So you are willing to just kill the person that hires you. So then... why haven't you just killed... what's his name? Just frickin' end him. If on guard is a problem, just end him. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. Doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. You... who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. Jesus Christ. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. An egomaniacal. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. Don't really care about all this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. There's something I must state first. To an assassin, nothing's more important than the trust between client and himself, and for that reason I am here on this witness stand. Is this the one that was... one of them broke that contract? Broken the rules in the prescribed role. Implicating another of the crime. Is it... I am not sure what you're asking for here. The only thing that seems like it might matter is... There's you. On guard to manager, an intelligent woman who seems to have it all together. Shelly the Killer. John Doe. I'm not sure what you're looking for. I'm really not. One thing I must state first: to an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between the client and himself. That is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Is it this? This one's grasping a bit. Where I'm thinking, do I grasp that concept? And then I present the attorney's badge and I'm like, yeah, I get it, because I'm an attorney and I'm supposed to trust my client, but... Is this it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Reason I'm here today on this witness stand. Profiles. Attempting to get the blame pinned on this person. Yeah, I didn't think that was it either. I'm really not sure what you're looking for. Sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. What the heck is this? A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience, who would have figured. Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. What's up, Starly? Ooh, we're on this case. We sure are. Today, that is the reason I am here. Alright, so what am I... Do you want me to... I don't really care about all the extra fluff, just tell me the name already. Patience, all that good stuff. If you hear anything else you have to say later, can you please tell us your clients? Don't know your place. Word first. One witness I can't badger. We already went through this. Trust between you and your client. Provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. Exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. There are the roles and duties of assassins. Client carry out. There's all this. Broken the rules. I wasted 2 health, 4 health. Just went through that. It seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. Doesn't matter to me. A client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. I do believe it's time I reveal the name. What is it? Oh, I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness! What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. What? Witness? That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Matt Onguard, perhaps. I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. You, Shelley the Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Onguard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. But should we? Prosecution has failed to provide a motive, and has instead proved this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitely of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt Onguard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue the discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. And he just leaves? Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, Onguard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And Onguard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the Killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, It was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. Okay, hold on. If she... Never mind. No, wait, no. Because she tried to frame On Guard. Yeah, never mind. I feel like there's something that disproves that she is the person that did it. The knife and button donning the nickel samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a larger part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reason to want them both dead. I... No. Mr. Wright... You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please. Help me. Don't do this to me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words of opinion. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Ah, okay. Again. We know what the obvious answer is. Let the trial continue. Phoenix Wright, dense attorney? Okay. Let's play Pokemon Reborn. Which one is Reborn again? Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. You're a lawyer. I know. But Matt On Guard is a killer. A murderer. I can't. Can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. I let Miss Andrews be convicted. I'm no better than On Guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten On Guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? Never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But... That witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer. Right away, Your Honor. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are, usually done. What is he talking about, usually done? What shall we have him testify about now? Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? Alright. Okay, the Killer. It's a fan game? Pokemon Reborn is a fan game? I don't think I've heard of that one yet. The only fan game that I remember hearing about was, Infinite Fusion. In recent day, anyway. About my client part 2! As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrew is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corda was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planning of the knife and button. Planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, 5th time now? However, this time, everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edward? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes 2 of us. This is just dumb. This is just dumb. We have the prosecution that's playing the part of the defense, and the defense is playing the part of the prosecution, all in pursuit of the truth, which only the judge is supposed to decide what he believes is the truth. Like, both sides are throwing. Phoenix has a bit of a reason to do it, and I guess Edgeworth mildly, but I don't get it. It's a fan game. It's one of the better fan games, to be honest. When did it release? About my client part 2. So I've already stated quite a few times Adrian Andrews is my client, however. What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness. But requesting a hit. Yes? How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No. I'm not thinking of Mr. Wright. Yes? You want to kill me. You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think some... Guilty. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty. Witness, let's continue. Why do you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? Okay. I can't believe Phoenix Wright is hecking dead. Just like that. They killed him. The final update came out last year. Oh! Sup, Lord Ratatosk? They have reasons to not go for the killing blow. The judge knows he's been biased to Phoenix. I know that they have reasons to not go for the killing blow. It's still just weird. It all feels wrong. Both of them. It's to save Maya, man. Yeah, and that is worth it, but still just a strange feeling. Especially strange when we're continuing this even though Phoenix knows that the guy is a bad guy. The guy he's defending is a bad guy. Like, what do we even do anymore? Gumshoe's freaking dead, and he's the only one that could have saved this. I think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Yeah. Well, changing occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. the Killer. No, it doesn't! Both are still at fault. You still killed someone. They just hired you. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. That's not enough for some people. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. The guy gets guilty, Maya gets bodied. If he's innocent, Miss Andrews gets framed. I don't blame them for not sitting well with this. Yeah. My client did it to frame another for the crime. You talking about the button and the knife? Yes. And my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. I'm just waiting to see this radio, walkie-talkie, whatever, start freaking out and sweating like everyone else. Phoenix would be essentially sentencing an innocent woman to death. Yeah, either way. I mean, sure. It's still... My problem isn't necessarily with Phoenix. Because, yeah, he's been trying to protect Maya, and he doesn't want to just convict Adrian Andrews into doing something, or into being the culprit. But with Edgeworth, I guess I have a bit more of a problem. Because he is the prosecution, and he has everything that he needs. And he doesn't find out about Maya until later, right? But he's still throwing. He's still throwing from the get-go. He will get what he needs to get On Guard convicted, and then just turn it around, but that was before he knew about Maya, if I'm not mistaken. Well, pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No, I already told you I have no intention of using your services ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that the Juan Cordo was dead. From the very beginning? That is correct, from before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That act is what I was referring to when I said that my client had broken the rules. And that's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in, you plan to continue? I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really. Are you really now? Or what kind of man the judge thinks I am now? What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right? So confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. So this is what I need. That much is clear. I don't need to argue with that one. But what was the way that... Is it the tomato juice? I think it's the tomato juice. Right? This. It better be, because Adrian Andrews said that she poured the tomato juice because she thought that what's-his-name wasn't dead. Better be this. I thought so. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corda had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass. Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corda had only fainted. Which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corda's death. If not... And that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. What the heck is this? Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. That was so... What was that? Hey, you can't do that. Oh, Right. Continues. Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request of for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Would the killer... Would he not just notice that Phoenix and Edgeworth are doing the stalling thing with that one action? He questioned it himself, and then what he got was so lackluster that it should have been obvious. "1 week ago. Are you sure?" "Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind." Bro, stop. Please, stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time. There was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request, but as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? Press further. So what are these suspicions you have? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corda's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. You must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. See. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It is very important. Testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is... the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. You tricked me! Alright. Cool. Cool. You baited me. You're right. You got me. I was just clicking the, yeah, this is important button every time it came up. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was that? What was with that brief pause? Press further. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yeah, sure. Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. Dick Killer had met his client before the murder, it's unlikely he is mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so. See? It's just as I said. Huh? I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Now then, will the witness please continue? Are we not gonna... That sounded pretty detrimental, but we're just gonna brush over it and continue on with the cross-examination? I should have lost for that. I really should have. So your client was Adrian Andrews. That's correct. Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Talk about a delicate balance. This request came to me about a week ago. Request for the services on the night of the awards ceremony. Met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I have made no mistakes. This would be a really good time for Adrian Andrews to say she doesn't drink alcohol. I wish that were a thing. I feel like this stuffed bear was not strictly for... It wasn't strictly for On Guard. This was to catch Shelly as well. This was 100% to catch him as well. And that's why this dude's in such a crappy situation. Basically, what I'm saying is, On Guard sets up the camera to get the information that he needs about him, requests a specific time. Whoops. Requests it... Oh, shoot. Requests a specific time past 8 o'clock, hence why On Guard dies at... That's not the one. That's not the one. This is the one. On Guard dies at 8:15. The bear activates at 8 p.m. with the camera on, and then we catch Shelly the Killer, his face red-handed, and then because he's got a massive scar running down the center of his face with stitches and a monocle, but that can probably be removed. Like, he's done for. There's no escaping this. There's nothing that he can do. And then now he's just got him by the balls. That's my guess. How I can prove that, I have no idea. God, do I wish there was something about Adrian Andrews saying that she doesn't drink. Press further. Is this important? No, it's not important. What the killer said sounds plausible, but in the end is just conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important. Very well then, let's continue with the testimony. That's one too far. This one. Physically met Adrian Andrews. Press further. Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him, ooh, we got him, oof, face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Hell yeah, it was. Cancel GG's. We got him. Very important. I heard what I think I heard just now. And I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Huh? Really? That's the case. Witness, please include the statement that just now in your testimony. Very well. From the moment I saw... Yeah, you're still doing it. You're still freaking doing it. You're donezo. But as we now know, that was not how it turned out, correct? What do you mean? Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right? Well, yes. I suppose you were correct. So I'd like to check out last time. Check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate? That is what occurred. Believe I have made no mistakes. Okay, so there is one of two options here, and I can't wait to pick one and get bodied. We freaking got him, dude. You're dumb. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelly the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what is the issue? What did you just say? About her? You'd never met Adrian Andrews in person. One look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh, there's what I was looking for. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request. Please never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. The sweating! The sweating! That's gross. That's very gross. Why is it doo-doo brown? Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? Oil? It's oil? I know it's oil, but it still looks... Ugh. I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so, he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What is going on? Oof. Shelly the Killer. This court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Dude, if I were him, if I were in this scenario as a professional killer on stand, trying to make sure that the main guy is like the main guy that hired you gets off with a complete acquittal. If this was found out, this is the point where I kill the hostage, cut all contact with anyone in this country, and then fly out because he has the money to do that. There's no way he doesn't. Just gone elsewhere. Cut all ties. There's nothing more you can do to salvage this. You lost. You lost. Evil Strone, truly a demon. That's like the most logical move. Okay, no, if you're evil enough to take a hostage, an innocent girl as a hostage, then you're evil enough to kill her and then leave, right? That's all I'm thinking in the logic of his place, right? He can get away with it. He knows how. He can just do it. Hold on. No, wait. Wait. Let me specify first. Pop the hostage, find the client, pop the client, then leave. I almost forgot that part. Because if you don't pop the client, then he's going to release the evidence that he has against you as a killer, and then you're probably going to end up being found in said other country and then deported back and then have the justice system take care of you. And that's, you don't want that. But he can just get away with this. He can. He has the ability. But he just doesn't. Very well, but this time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. Witness testimony. Request taking part 2. He doesn't pop the client because of professionalism in his line of work. But that's not what it sounded like. Because when you're talking to On Guard says, or when Phoenix says to On Guard, I'll get you for this, On Guard's response is, you said the same thing as the killer. Meaning that he doesn't like this either. On Guard's an asshole. All the more reason for the killer to get away with it. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. Frick you, dude! You said you don't do this! You can't just... He's backpedaling. There's no fixing this. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. You said specifically you don't take, like, orders by mail. So you took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. Can't make him suspicious. But I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. I am definitely... Now is not the time, Phoenix. Now is not the time to show your... What's the side? Show your homoerotic connections for Edgeworth. We get it, man. We really do, but there are bigger problems at stake right now. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. I say what's up to you, Tenjin. I saw you speak earlier, and then I think I continued on with my day. How you doing? Are you actually pressing on the radio? Yes, I am. This is supposedly the killer, but he's speaking through a radio that we promised not to trace back, even though we should have just been tracing it back. Why the hell are we not tracing the damn signal back, please? Oh my god. Like, we're just... every side is throwing. The killer is throwing, the court system is throwing, the police is especially throwing, considering the fact that, what's his name, Gumshoe, ran every red light and then probably killed like an entire family's worth of people the second someone slammed into him, or he slammed into someone else. Who knows? Someone got T-boned. I can tell you someone got T-boned and Gumshoe didn't die instantly. Phoenix is experiencing his bi-panic phase. Is that a thing? I wouldn't know. I'm not bisexual. I know some bisexual people, but I don't remember hearing about them panicking. But no, but at this point I'm not surprised. What you should say is, hey Tenjin, I'll play Castlevania this month, Pog. But hey Steven, I hope you're doing well, smiley face. Yeah, man, I'm great. As a bisexual, I can confirm I panic all the time. Wait, but you said phase, as in it's happened in past, right? But that sentence just now made it sound like it's still going. It's probably just the anxiety, though. Okay, then, never mind. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. This is some BS. Didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now, let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. the Killer met with his client? The photo? I do. Wait, there wasn't a photo. But this guy's testimony. There's this guy's testimony in the hotel. Huh. I feel like I should save that. Don't have any proof. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof. I see. And your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. You're funny. I got two definitions for bi panic here. When a straight person is scared they're bi because they think someone of the same sex is attractive. Sometimes they turn out to be bi, sometimes they're just confused for a second. Okay? When a bisexual person sees both a man and a woman that they are attracted to in one sitting, perhaps in a film, they go into bi panic. Why? The second one doesn't sound like a negative, or at least not an inherent negative. It just sounds like a course of events. Been times I took a job without having met my client. Why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I've been receiving more requests. That's scary. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Nice business opportunities? On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? God, I wish it weren't. Well, I have joined the times, and now take requests via electronic mail. That's traceable! What do you mean? Electronic mail? You have to mail that in a specific a special insulated envelope? I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email. Email? In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot, hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and the request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. What might those be? It's more like a panics in bisexual moment for the second one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Not like a panic because of bisexual. 2 or 3 other things. Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed this button the wrong way and he got mad. Press it. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait. Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. Shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Sure, let's kill Maya. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Corda's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. Bro, it's fine. She's not dead. Maya's fine. We're good. All's good. I found this figurine at Mr. Onguard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Onguard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Not right now. It's no use, as long as I can't put my finger on the central problem here. Pressing this witness any more would be extremely dangerous. It appears that Mr. Wright has no problems. Well then, witness, please continue. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you're saying that you never saw your client's face, not even once? I did, once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine. Yes, I see. But you still made the... Oh, right, the costume, I forgot. But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time. Mask? The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing. Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? No? I think I can pull something out of what he said. But it would be real bad if I did something and made him mad over something trivial. There's no problems with the testimony, Your Honor. We pretty much reached the end of our rope here. Huh? Seems like we're still okay to me. And that's exactly what is so bad. At the rate we're going, we will end up completely destroying the killer's lie. If we do that, you already know how serious a situation that puts us in. But, oh yeah. All I can do now is pray that those items reach us in time. What about the well-being of Gumshoe? We really do just ignore the fact that Gumshoe might be dying. Like... The guy ran red lights. He got into a car crash. All we care about are the evidence. That's the evidence. Only the evidence. My brother in Christ Please. He might be dead. What was the other thing? Took a job without having met my client. Took the request by email. What was this? It was... oh, proof of meeting the client. And my proof was the testimony of Will Powers, but I don't think the game is going to let me do that. So I'm going to do this instead. 07 Gumshoe. 07. There is a contradiction. So, the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that statement there's a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he'll cut the connection on his end. You want to make a strong point, Phoenix. You have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what, Dr. Wright? Present evidence. Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine. She told you to take the bear and wait for her at On Guard Mansion. Is that correct? Yes. Where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What? This is a battle of wits. Can't let up on them. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Why? Wait, actually, why though? I think I backed myself into a corner. Did you save? Yeah, I did. I think I backed myself into a corner, for real though. She was at the hotel doing her own stuff, right? Framing On Guard after the murder. Wait, is this still... It's still because of the handing over the bear to what's-his-name, right? Is this still the... This is still the testimony of Will Powers, right? It should be. Right? It has to be. Because Will Powers said that he saw the bear get handed over. He saw the money get handed over. He saw a whole bunch of other stuff. If it's not this guy, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because I don't know what the hell else it could be. So, what do you think? Witness? Mr. the Killer? Oh, I'm sorry. I went to visit the water closet for a second. Water closet? Huh? Mr. Attorney, I think it's time I stated this in terms even you can comprehend. If you ask me any more of these pointless questions, there will be no mercy. What the heck is this? I'm right! I'm right. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor any... Yeah. On Guard, dead. On Guard, dead. Maya, dead. Me, dead. Gotta get up to get ready for stream, but cat is laying on my feet. Oof. Got hit by the unblockable. Bro, I'm right! Willpower is his testimony. Witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Cat enjoying the stream. Yeah, she's super comfy. I don't think she's leaving anytime soon. Uh-oh. Hearing stuff like that makes me sometimes glad that I don't have any pets. Because I'm like, if they get into a comfortable position, what do? I just can't move. I'm not allowed anymore. But at the same time, sometimes I do wish I had a pet. Because, I've been, like, alone in my house for about a week now. And I'm losing my mind, guys. I'm going crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. Locked me in a room. A rubber room. I do this joke every day now. I can't get this stupid meme out of my head. I'm sorry for subjecting you all to it. But yeah, dude, I've been going nuts. OMG, my brother echoes that on the daily. Glad I'm not the only one. I don't know what the game is looking for here. Try to find a better way to press this. Sign the name of the underwear. Why do I thought my client to be a man? Press this. Press further. Press further. One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. Am I able to press this again? 2 or 3 other things. This one with these other things. A few other things have been nothing to do with this case. You want to just find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. It's the wrong one. Wasn't there something else? I thought there was something else that I could have pressed. Oh, yeah, here it is. You have proof that Mr. the Killer met with the client. Yes, I have proof. From this far, I have to try to prove something here. Very well, I'll show you proof. Are you sure about this Phoenix? Here's the proof that the witness met with his client who wished Mr. Corrida dead. It's Will Powers' testimony. It has to be. There's nothing else that will prove them physically. There are no items. Maybe the bear? If it's not the bear, then I don't know what it is. What's up, Dog the Dog? Why is a fridge-sized radio on the stand? It's not fridge-sized. The camera's just close. We're talking to the assassin. Think Strange, think I am. I'm telling you. Like, we saw the money handoff, the bear exchange, the walking out of the room at around the scene of the crime, at the time of the crime, and it was all said by Will Powers. He made an extremely damning testimony to my client. That's... And the fact that it's not the answer here, or at least not even part of it. Wasn't there a picture? There was no picture of the handoffs, it was just flashbacks from Will's testimony. I know it's been a hot minute since I played this game. It's Will Powers, bro. What do you think? Yeah, and I'm getting bodied. That's right, you can't actually see the... Wait, no, I'm right. Okay, hold on. Because I skipped over a bunch of dialogue, let me do this again. Press. This should have worked for the other one, with the bear. Really, it should have. So, what do you think? You may say, what do you think? However, I am, for all intents and purposes, a transceiver radio. Oh, that's right. You can't actually see the evidence. Well, I don't think this was one I needed to see. I can hear the pure silence. Bruh. I'm right. I'm right. Save scumming SMH my head. I'm right, bro. I'm freaking right. Please. Okay. Wrong button. Okay. Proof. Where is it? The bear? I swear to God, bro. So it has to be related to this. One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. Waited at On-Guard's mansion to hand off the bear. There's a contradiction. Present evidence. Don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Why? What was she doing at the time? She was dressed up as the Nickel Samurai. Or should have been, right? You handed the bear over to someone in the apartment building. I'm gonna just click the bear. I'm clicking the bear. Shelly the killer. Why is it the bear? Okay, I guessed this. Why is it the bear? Please, please. Could see the smoke coming out of your ears trying to think this one out. I don't know how, I'm wearing headphones. Gears turning. What is this emote? That's great. 3D spinning dog. Oh my god. You got a lot of dog emotes, I noticed. Which is fitting for someone named Dog the Dog. Shelly the killer. You had really given the bear to Miss Andrews. Then this item should not have been inside it. This item? I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. That is true. This makes sense. That's something that I was overlooking. I completely forgot that that was something that needed to happen. Order! 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 So, that's where you two were going. So, by the very fact that this suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh! Order. Order. Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not... That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No. No, please. Not that. Please, wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end that I may stay my hand. Otherwise, why have you not just done it already? Kill her! Kill her! What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... Prosecution. What has come over everyone? Even you were... The prosecution rests. What is going on around here? Prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Well, never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. The prosecution rests with no further questions. Then, prosecution has failed to uphold his stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelly DeKiller's client is... Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial here, right now, your client, Matt Ongard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder. Prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt On Guard, to the stand. The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. Can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. How? What? There... this guy right here, I hate him. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Heh. This is so stupid. So I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. On Guard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Should I save Maya's life? You'd better get On Guard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, your client, Mr. Matt On Guard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt On Guard, is... What the heck? Rest in peace, Maya. Rest in peace, Maya. It's over. She's freaking dead. They wouldn't kill Maya. I hope that they do. Not because I want her dead, but because I believe it would be good storytelling. It would be decent storytelling. Also, why the hell is the lawyer deciding whether or not the client is guilty or not guilty? This makes no sense. This one makes the least amount of sense. Become an anime villain after you leave the courtroom. Kill Maya. Kill Maya. Should I throw and get myself a hot blonde, or should I not throw and stay in the friend zone? Is he in the friend zone with Maya? Okay, he probably is at the moment, because I think Maya is only recently turning 18. How old is she? When's her birthday, and what date is it? Judge is lazy. Phoenix got the promotion, huh? Now he's the judge. Now he's the judge. She's 18 in this game. Yeah, she's 18 in this game. I know that, but I don't know what her exact birthday is. And we're somewhere in, what, March in this game? So she is, like, just hit 18. And Phoenix is... How old is he? I feel like he's at least 21. He's probably mid-20s, right? Phoenix might as well play all three roles, be the attorney, judge, and prosecution. Then he'll definitely never lose a case. Honestly, would make more sense at this point. He's guilty. 25, I think. We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt On Guard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt On Guard is... Okay. Franziska von Karma. What are you doing here? Ow? You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them, the final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Perfect in every way, save for your prosecution record. Both Von Karmas. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. We're just gonna sweep that one under the rug. We're fine. He's fine. No one even asked. No one asked Von Karma. That's the part that's sad. Gum who? Exactly. Our wife is back. Our? Wait, what do you mean his injuries are minor from a car crash at what is probably like 60 miles per hour in a city? All of the items are inside this, a tied up, what should be bloody coat. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoe's. I can't spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. Fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. Do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. These items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are the items left by the killer during his escape from the police. Must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. It is all we can hope for. First item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? No. No. Right? In before inside the coat is Maya's head, wouldn't that be grim? It would be. What the heck? Why would you say something like this? She's second to Maya Von Karma? No. Not at all. Not at all. Adrian Andrews? She's second to Maya. I don't care about anyone else. No other waifu in this game matters to me except for maybe Mia. It's like Maya, top 1. Adrian Andrews, top 2. Mia, top 3. I don't care about anyone else. Everyone else, whatever. I sleep. Steven, we all know you're into GILFs? No. MILFs? Yeah. GILFs? Nah. Old bag, little bit too much for me. Question for more details. More details are not needed. Pretty sure there was no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. Still added the court record. Second piece of evidence is a videotape. Bet the killer took that from Onguard's mansion. Question for more details. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. Oh my god! But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelly the Killer is no ordinary man. Videotape added to the court record. Last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. A button? A very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. A button? Bellboy uniform worn by the killer on the night of the murder. One of its special buttons is missing. Okay. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. Just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelly the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client, right? Alright, I have to remove the cat from my feet so I can go stream. I'll catch you guys later. See ya, Starly. Hope your stream is fun. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, the videotape itself might hold something. We don't know what's in it. Wait, Your Honor. Please, allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. 2? The first. Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, and he'll let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. And the second way, force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you can make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. That's the case. And who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have all seen the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to the truth. There is one person who is yet to see them all. That person does not know the truth. The truth. It may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? You overruled it anyway. Why are you bothering to ask? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance. Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. It's impossible to turn this situation around in one try. One try, that is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? What? Okay, hold on. Judge Giga throws, for real. How is Maya better at this than Phoenix? Good question. You're kidnapped. Your mind is in the spirit realm or something. You're half dead. You're here and you know what's going on. Same for you. You're irrelevant at this point. Same for you. You're dead. You're crazy and you're on the witness stand. You don't matter. You're a possible victim. You're dead. You're on the run from the police. But you're in walkie-talkie form. Either make On Guard wish to be guilty, or make Shelly the Killer no longer be part of no longer be accepting On Guard as a client. Pistol. One of the items retrieved from the killer's hideout. Nothing else is known. Videotape. One of the items retrieved from the killer's... One of the items retrieved, the killer violently tried to recover it. Contents unknown. Bellboy's uniform, worn by the killer on the night of the murder. One of its special buttons is missing. Okay. I'm thinking I need to show something to the killer, but I can't show him anything because he's not here and cannot see through a walkie-talkie. So you have to be shown something. But the reasoning as to why I think I need to show something to the killer is because during a conversation with Matt On Guard, you could see that they don't see eye to eye. Because, like I said before, Phoenix says to him, "I'll get you for this." On Guard says, "You said the same thing that the killer said." So he has something on the killer that the killer doesn't want released. Show him the stuffed bear and he'll rethink his life choices? Yes, I'm sure. Let's just show it to Matt On Guard or something, I don't know. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. Let's see the videotape, dude. think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Miss Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, so... I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you're talking about anymore. Wait, please, one more chance! It is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. Court finds Mr. Defendant Matt on guard not guilty. That's cool, I guess. Bad ending. That is all. This court is adjourned. Just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. Oh no. Never saw Maya again. Oh no! The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. I freaking bad ended! No, dude! Good job. When you're so good and has so much plot armor, you manage to put an innocent person behind the bars. What is Phoenix babbling about? Who do I want to show evidence of? To the killer? Let's score one piece of evidence you'd like to show this person. The videotape? I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. I was right? Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright. Looks like I can manage to convince him. But he can't see! He can't see, bro! Maya. She's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? Yes. One is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. Thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you were on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt Ongarn film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to see Juan get his, wanted blackmail on you, didn't trust your skills, blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all, assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. That I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? Oh? It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes. By a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And that client would become my next target. Ooh, you see? Like, he should have... If he's not above it, he should have just popped Maya, then popped On Guard. He's not above it. For the honor of the Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. Okay. But he has no beef with Maya, but he doesn't... Like, yeah, but before... I'm saying he got found out. It's not about having a beef with Maya. It's about keeping himself in the clear. I see. That's all I wanted to know. The traitor becomes the killer's next target. Yo, I feel like we also brush aside the fact that we're talking to like a professional killer right now. Like, this man has killed people before, and he just does it. No one's trying to track him down. No one's doing anything. And he even just said his intent with his client that he knows has betrayed him. And we're just gonna overlook all of that. Brush it to the side. I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item. Maya. Thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness. Mr. Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Ah! You're looking not great, dude. Yeah, Maya might snitch. It's not that she might snitch, it's that was just... Like, she's being used as a hostage, right? But the guy that's being or that he's trying to manipulate isn't quite folding. So once you get discovered and your client's about to be discovered, it's just, okay, remove the hostage from the equation and then remove the person, remove your client from the equation and then just leave. Leave and start over. You have to. There shouldn't be anything else that you can do. Mr. On Guard. Looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Wait, what? So, I can choose keep perfect record or put him in jail. He's probably gonna die either way. Not guilty, so he gets hecking sniped. We'll watch both. We'll watch both. Let's go for the canon ending for now. Congratulations, Mr. Matt On Guard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor, as always, the defense pleads not guilty. Very well. This court finds the defendant Matt On Guard. Hold it. Please wait. What's the matter? If I get a not guilty, I'll be killed. I'm no! Guilty. Jesus Christ, dude. His face. My God. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. I don't remember you helping out much in this. Sup, Trashy? Can't hear you right now because my AirPods fell in the trash and I'm not home, so I can't clean them. I just came to stop by and say JJK is mid. One Piece worse though, also when Omega Striker. Thanks for dropping by, Trashy. It's good to see you too. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt On Guard? I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, Witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I've felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. What? Wait, so we don't have an official guilty or not guilty? Or do we? Did Matt just get to decide for himself? What about Phoenix's perfect record? No! March 23rd, 5:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Oh, man. The man jumped into the prison himself? Yeah, I guess so, but... You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. Get them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that, to what's really important. You now realize that there's something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt Ongard, is... Is he guilty, or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right. Edgeworth. Good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Ah, Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya's safe. You did it. You really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow. She punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. Kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh. What's wrong? Miss Von Karma. You got shot. Are you okay? About earlier, thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you're still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts, I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner, and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then... it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. Prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. Prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? Doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold in everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This, I promise you. The truth? Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory. Who ran away into the night. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool. Miss Von Karma. I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You're no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. Something else. Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Huh? Okay. Nick! Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Cool! I don't like how this looks like a family. Wait. With that image, it finally just hit me. Did they just do that? Did they include Pearl to make... like, to give a pseudo-daughter to Maya and Phoenix? Did they do that? Is that what just happened here? What the heck? Please tell me that's not what happened. If that was the mentality behind the addition of Pearl, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. We're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. That is true. Is it really that easy to do something like that? I mean, Mia did it this entire, what, 2-3 days? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Yeah, you sure are being starved. Alright. I think it's time we get out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick! Food! Grub! Chow! I'm starved! Literally. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice, juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. Hey, yo! You just got back. Hold your horses. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Yeah, Phoenix, alright. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please? If you insist. Alright. So how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. You're gonna die from that thing where, like, you get starved, and then your stomach shrinks, and then you eat too much, and then your stomach explodes. That's 100% gonna happen. Another feast? Come on, Nick! Food! March 23rd, 7:38 p.m. Gatewater Hotel. Hotel lobby. Ah! You're okay. You're not dead. Cool. Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. You're telling me you run every red light? And you can't even drive straight? It's not a matter of you getting T-boned or T-boning someone else. You just wrapped your car around a telephone pole. Gumshoe, you are the worst cop I have ever seen. Actually. Jesus Christ. The only thing that would make this ending better is if Old Bag fell down the stairs and died? Oh my god, dude! Are you okay? And I'm the one being called evil for saying that I would pop the witness, the client, and then leave the country. Jesus, Old Bag didn't even do anything. Telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, city boy. Felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of the Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now, looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on, everyone gather round. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. She didn't get the old one back? Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective. Huh? Me? Really think so? He's right. If it weren't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Ah, come on, y'all, it's over. But whoo boy, I tell ya, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped. Never a dull moment with you, huh? You think? Why does she look so happy about that? But being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know? I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. It's in the frickin' coat pocket. That's... Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Aw. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. Can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. Still have some work to do. Huh? But, Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. Phoenix, she was starved for 2 days! You can't just... Ugh. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say... Thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. Why are we doing this? What are we doing right now? A kiss. Yeah, like... How much you guys want to bet the picture that, that Maya drew was like some Edgeworth cross-right yaoi? In before Maya as a Fujoshi. Picture of the Nickel Samurai, Maya's Magatama, conference ticket, walkie-talkie, Wada's camera, magazine clipping, hotel guide map, guitar case, crime photo, Jammin' Ninja, suicide report, attempted suicide report, autopsy, the butter knife that was from the hotel, Lotta's photo. This means nothing. The picture of the shell card, camera, transmitter, the big stuffed bear with the camera in it, credit card receipt, the picture of Celeste, the photo, Celeste's suicide note, that's a fake, the gun that means nothing, it's the thing that just shot Von Karma on the shoulder, doesn't mean very much, the videotape, the bellboy outfit and the whip. Thrown away by Francisco Von Karma has a mysterious nostalgia to it. What am I supposed to give you? What do you want? What's up, Pika Pika? And then Pearl killed everyone with a knife at the end. I'm not sure if I like that ending. Give him the whip? I think I will. That's the only thing that makes sense other than maybe the bear? But the bear was used as a spy gadget. Where's my own profile? So I can give him myself. Why doesn't Phoenix have a profile on himself? What do you want? Here's Francisca's whip. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Was that what I was supposed to give him? Please someone tell me that's what I was supposed to give him. Hey, Mystic Maya? Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway. So, who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Huh? Yeah. I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Huh? Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out. This is gonna be the first time I hear you, the real you. Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then. If you say so. It really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. What about the picture that you drew? Get owned and now you lost a trial and is broke and is friend zone. Enjoy the good ending? Will do. So happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you just in case. Why did they accept a reservation from an 8-year-old? What the heck, man? Well, pal, looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated. I heard he said things like letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it! Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. Sure, dude. I won't argue with that. Oh right, you! I forgot about you. I, Maggie Bird, am retiring. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. That's, And bring smiles and joy to the people that come by the restaurant, sir. Hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. Retiring from the police force to be a waitress? Okay, dude. Yes. You here to visit a patient? I'm Dr. Hottie. Oh. Recently? Yes, that girl, you know. I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I ever laid so much as an eye on her, I would go crack. Didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes. Oh. What was the picture? I want to see the picture. Did I do something wrong to not find out what was in that picture? Time to begin our quest of world circus domination. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight. Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Moe's jokes. Isn't she supposed to be waiting by the side of the person that her lion crippled? What about him? I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls represent. Got our new act all worked out. Perhaps for the Hallelujah Choir. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it. Give him the gun. Give him the gun like how Von Karma gave to his dad. Okay. What's this? Drat. It's just an ordinary electric razor. Electric recording device. I can't believe this. Really? How long did they plan? Oh, it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have been a deep meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me? Would they? It's never like this, the old days. Call me Queen Wendy. Okay, cool. I can't read any of that anymore. Get on, and now you... I already read that. I need to if he's dead. I still feel like there's two things I want to check. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. That's really weird that she would do that, don't you think? Why would she send a letter to Adrian? It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed. Okay. And we just break the thing. March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International Departures Gate 12. Where are you going, Francisca? How did you know I was here? With this. That's... Heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. It's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? Seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here. Doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. You running away. Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Francisca. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but You are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? Going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth. I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. Jesus. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. Can't change who I am. Can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Francisco von Karma. What the heck? I am Francisco von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you'd better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. You gonna cliffhanger me like that? Maya! Oh my god! Oh, you can't just... Okay, dude. Alright. What the hell was that? Why does Francisca care about it? Maya, you're out here starving to death, and one of the things that you're thinking about is drawing Phoenix's face on a shell card that's used as a mark, as like a business card by a not a serial killer, an assassin. Oh my Christ, bro. I can't. I really can't. Good God. Does she come back in future games? More than likely. She does in like one case. There's also Edgeworth spin-off 1 and 2 where she appears a decent amount. Don't know about anything of the last 2 to 3 games. Oops, probably spoiled. Delete me, I guess. Nah, that's something that I kind of predicted that she would show up in. Don't worry about that. I'm not bent out of shape about it. If you told me specifics, I would be more mad. But, yeah, nah, you're good for now. She did call Nick yummy. Oh, you're talking about Maya. Hold on. One more thing I want to check. Plead guilty. Does this change anything? Met on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty, 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 guilty. And then it's the same. It always looks like we've uncovered the real truth. I don't remember you helping out that much. Yeah, I thought so. It's exactly the same. Difference is the beginning before, what's his name's reaction to getting a guilty verdict. So, just like that, Phoenix Wright's perfect record is gone. It's over. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then we celebrate because we're weird like that, I guess. So, this game's complete. This game's complete. Then this game will show up at some point in the future, but I don't know when. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. I want to say that game is like a 6.5 out of 10. I was kind of bored, but they do build up character relations further with like Maya and kind of with Francisca and definitely with Edgeworth. There's a whole lot of homoerotic tension going on with Phoenix and Edgeworth, and that's been going on for like 2 games now. That's real weird. I don't even want to know what goes on in the Edgeworth investigations. Why do I feel like it's just him dick riding Phoenix the whole time, being like, what would Phoenix do in this situation? I really hope that's not what happens. Don't tell me if it is or isn't. Oh man. But yeah, I did enjoy the game. It's just, like I said, it got a little bit boring occasionally. It is what it is. It is what it is. Overall, still an enjoyable experience. But, it's done. It's done. Trilogy 2 next year, that is happening. I need to check the order of these games again. Case 3 kind of trash in the beginning, ending is nice though. Case 4 is pretty drawn out though. Case 4 is drawn out, but I think it's still generally worth it. I don't like how they made both sides throw. They made the defense throw, and they made the prosecutor throw, and then they made the judge just be a bystander, which is strange. But it was enough storytelling that I don't care. It's okay enough. Timeline-wise, I think it is. Also, the ridiculousness that should happen was entertaining enough that it made me not care. So, that's gonna do it for Phoenix Wright. But we still got about an hour. So, what do you guys want to see? Part of me wants to play some more Omega Strikers online. As if I could play it offline. Don't remember the names of the last 3 to 4 games, so screw it. Play Among Us. Wait, I do have that game. Why was I about to say I don't have anyone to... I'm not going to play with randoms is first problem. Second problem is... do randoms even play the game? Third problem is... I don't have anyone to play with now. Not enough to make the game entertaining, at least. Play with Tenjin like you promised? Play what with him? Among Us? I don't remember promising him. Oh, you mean Apex? Not Apex. What's wrong with me? Omega Strikers. Is he still around? Let me split the VOD, by the way. Let me split the VOD real quick. First off, I should do this. So you can't hear that.